This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. So last class we have discussed about the banking, how to issue a blank check, cancel check, post-dated check, and how to reconcile a statement when we are comparing with our bank statement. So this is what we have seen. Any doubt in the last class topic? Anybody? So when there is no response, I have to consider as no doubts. Okay. Today, what we will learn is we'll learn about the GST. Can anyone say what is GST?
Ma'am, goods and service tax.
Okay. Goods and service tax. What type of tax it is? It is a GST. GST is goods and service tax. What type of tax this is? This GST is. Okay, let me tell you. Goods and service tax. That is GST. It is a indirect tax. Indirect tax. Okay. GST is a indirect tax. So why it is called as indirect tax? Because any tax that a business is going to collect, that is, when I'm doing a business in my invoice, I'll show you what is GST, that is CGST, SGST, I'll be showing. So I think you all are familiar with the goods and service tax. You would have seen what is tax and all. The same thing. Now what we are going to learn is in detail, or whatever you learned, how to pass in a tally. That is what we are going to see. So since it is an indirect tax, any tax when I'm making a purchase or when I'm making a sale, say I'm making a sale. When I'm making a sale within my state, the tax that I collect from my customer, the tax when I collect from the customer when I'm making a sales, this will be whatever the tax I'm collecting. Say for 10,000 rupees, I'm making a sale at the rate of 10% of tax, that is GST. This 10% will be of 1,000 rupees. And this 1,000 as a CGST, SGST, 5% when I'm bifurcating this. 5% will be paid to the central government, means will be taken by the central government, and 5% will be taken by the state government, central government and the state government. Each will be sharing this 1,000 rupees half of this. So why? For the development, for the betterment of India. What type of things they'll be using, it depends on the government. Whether they are going to do for a metro constructions, what is this Kaveri water supply if they are doing, or sewages, village developments, loans if they're giving for some others. So they might use for many other purpose. The tax, what we are going to pay, the government same money they're using for some other purpose of for a public. Now, this indirect tax, as I said you, it will be utilized by the central government and the state government. Now, what is this indirect tax? Why it is called as indirect tax? Okay, so it is used by a central government and state government. So before GST, we had many taxes. What type of tax we had is, we had like VAT, service tax, sen VAT, CST, excise duty. Like this, there were many taxes. So what are these and all? This are like what was happening now. Before GST, what and all I was to do. So now we have a tax that is for goods. Goods, when I purchase a goods and make a sales, there is one tax. Services, at the same time, when I'm making a transportation service, postage service, courier service, if I'm doing this type of business, if I'm doing, then for that I have to pay a tax. That is, both I'm making together. Goods, one who's making a trade also is paying the tax in the same website, and the person one who's doing the services, even he is paying a tax at one website. It's the same website. If any person who is doing a business with both sales along with the services, both if he's giving us services and both the sales also is doing, then even that person will pay a tax at the same website. But before GST, what was happening? A trader, one who is making a trade, that is purchase and sale of goods one is making, he has to pay a tax in different website. The person one who is doing a services, he has to pay a service in one other website. So for trade, there was a one website. For services, there was a one website. For manufacturer, there was one website where everywhere they have to pay a tax. So government was not able to analyze or draft the details, complete extract the details, exact details, who is paying the tax, who is not paying the tax, how much they have paid, whether they paid correctly or not. These details to obtain from the each and every website to extract from the portal, it was very a difficult task for them. So since this was a problem, they considered that saying that, so all these are indirect taxes only for trade, for services, for manufacturing, so many things we have it. So all these are indirect taxes only. Why we should not combine all this tax and make it as one single tax? So what happened in the year 2000? In the year 2000, it is not 2001, 2, 3. It is exact 2000. In the year 2000, Prime Minister Vajpayee has had a council meeting. He had a committee meeting. Then they have discussed. So saying that why not we combine all this indirect tax and make it as one single tax. That means one nation and one tax instead of having many taxes. Instead of having Guys, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, guys. There might be some connection problem. I'm really sorry for that. So let's see now. So this indirect tax, as I said you, there was different website to consolidate into one things. They bought it as one nation. That is one nation, one country, one tax. So this is what they have discussed in the first committee meeting. So combining all this indirect tax, they decided to make this as one single tax. So after the discussion, it took many times, like they had many council meeting from the year 2000, from the year 2000 onwards. Okay, from the year 2000 onwards, it was been conducted every year, each and every year. The meeting was held saying that what are the better things that we can handle it in a GST, what are the things has to be added into that, how to do this, all these things. Every year one council meeting was done. According to that, they have discussed many things. Finally in the year, okay, in the year 2016, in the 2016 they have decided, okay, we'll introduce this GST. This was decided in the year 2016, and a trial version was been utilized, how this is going to work, all these things. Website as a was been introduced, a sample format of what was been introduced. And then after this has been used, when this GST exactly was introduced in India was on 1st of July, 1st of July 2017. GST came into a picture. After, from this date, we started practicing GST tax. Other tax we have removed it. And after, from this onwards, from this date, we started using goods and service tax. So in a goods and service tax, in a GST, we have three types. That is CGST. Okay, that is Central Goods and Service Tax. And then SGST, State Goods and Service Tax.
Ma'am, you're not audible.
I think there seems to be some problem in the my system. Let me resolve it. We'll end up the classes for today. Instead of continuing again and again with the disconnection, we'll have a class on Monday. Okay, I'm sorry guys. You can take care of your work. Okay, we'll end up the class now. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope better you understand. There is some problem with my system, I think. So we'll have a class on Monday. Please everyone leave the meeting. We will see on a Monday. Okay, take care everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, ma.